Hi everyone, it's Mike with Aimed Intentions. Today we want to talk about the 9 skills that of the most successful people. And I just thought this was a general self-improvement video that you could all evaluate as to what skills you need to develop to be the most valuable version of yourself, the one that has the most impact. So we can get right into it. I found this post on X, which I will share with you in a second here. I hope you're all doing well and had a great weekend. I had a those of you who are asking, it was really nice. I had to work yesterday morning in the hospital, so I rounded, and then afterwards I got to have a lunch with my family and have a good time spending Father's Day together. So it was good. Uh, all right, so here's the 9 skills of the most successful people. I really liked how this really parsed out uh, what are the most impactful traits of successful people. Uh, this has a lot to do with growth mindset, entrepreneurship, leadership, and I just think they uh, really got to the root of what makes someone a successful person. So we'll start. Uh, the first one here is always learning, uh, and people with growth mindsets who tend to be successful or have a lot of accomplishments and leave a legacy are always scheduling time and that they dedicate to self improvement and learning. So, whenever you look at your week schedule, what time are you personally setting aside that allows for you to grow, allows you to develop? Is this reading? Is this language? Is this skill development in your industry? Whatever it is, you ought to schedule it as a requirement for yourself for the week. So they schedule time weekly to explore new topics through online courses, podcasts, books, apply what you learn, solve real world challenges, and share your knowledge with others. Yeah, 100%. The next one is emotional intelligence. I believe I have a whole video on what is emotional intelligence and what are the aspects of it. But the key to it is practice active listening to understand others' perspectives and respond thoughtfully, and to reflect on your emotional reactions daily to manage stress and improve interactions. Really, what emotional intelligence is a method of thinking about how to interact with others through communication, verbal and nonverbal. And you can take skills of top negotiators, those who are leaders, and uh, you know, figureheads. They tend to be highly emotionally intelligent. Uh, Productivity. Believe I had a video last week on what to do to be productive. But I like what they, uh, you know, laid out here with this pictograph. Um, to do, decide, delegate, and delete. Make know your default response and prioritize tasks using an Eisenhower matrix to focus on what's important and what's urgent. So this is really just a method of laying out what you ought to do whenever you're making your priority list for the day. What do you personally have to do? What do you have to decide on? What are you removing from your schedule and what are you delegating to others? You want to batch similar tasks together to minimize switching and maximize productivity. Resilience. Um, I have a lot to say about resilience. There, this is an internal trait that needs to be developed. Uh, Whenever you are on your path towards achieving greatness or developing your legacy or working towards accomplishing something, you're gonna encounter hardships. Now, what do you need to do to develop the skills of resilience to overcome those hardships? So I suggest here develop a daily routine that includes mindfulness or physical activity to strengthen mental or emotional health and reframe setbacks as opportunities for growth and create a plan to move forward. The second part is the cornerstone of a growth mindset, an entrepreneur mindset, a wealth mindset. When you fail, it is your chance to learn, to grow, and to overcome. It's not the roadblock that cannot be overcome. It's the roadblock that you jump over or hurdle through. And sometimes we become more resourceful in our resilience by setting aside time for ourselves to prioritize our physical, emotional, spiritual health, whether it's physical activity or development and deepening of our spiritual and emotional health, faith, religion, whatever it is. Communication. So I like these examples they have. Don't say you're wrong. Say, I think you might be mistaken. Don't say, don't disturb me. Say, sorry, I'm a bit busy right now. Don't say it's a bad idea. Say, I'm not sure if it will work. Use clear and concise language in both speaking and writing to convey your ideas effectively. Practice nonverbal communication skills like maintaining eye contact and observing body language cues. The people who are best communicators are the ones who get sued less. They are able to build their relationship capital. They're allowed to align themselves with uh, peers who can help develop their legacy or their impact. It's a really important uh, skill set to have is good communication skills. And it takes practice. It definitely takes practice. I think you can start off by learning how to critically appraise uh, works of writing. And once you can learn how to defend your thesis on works of writing, literature, what have you, you can start to apply it verbally and not just in the writing in the written sense. Critical thinking. Break down complex problems into smaller parts to analyze them effectively, challenge assumptions, and seek diverse viewpoints to enhance your decision making. I feel like this is one of my most, personally, my strongest skill set is to be able to critically think and distill complex problems into ones that can be effectively uh, fixed or analyzed. Um, I spent a lot of time in quality improvement, process improvement in my job, and figuring out how typically a process can be optimized in the hospital setting. Adaptability. Embrace change by being open to new methods or technologies that improve efficiency. Yeah, regularly seek feedback to adjust your approach and grow in dynamic environments. I mean, that's kind of a vague explanation of adaptability, but you don't want to be so fixed in your ways that you aren't able to appreciate new and innovative methods to accomplish tasks or goals. Uh, there's always going to be innovation in the world, and your success may depend on your ability to adapt uh, to growing trends or more effective methods of accomplishing tasks. You're not going to be successful if you're not dependable. Commit to deadlines and follow through on promises to build trust with your team. Uh, and that goes for the team who are more senior than you and less senior to you. Maintain a consistent work ethic and communicate proactively about any challenges. Yeah, I just spent time uh, advising one of my peers who works in my group uh, about, really, it was about dependability and him learning how to be transparent about his daily workflow with the nurses and our other work colleagues, because it's so important to be able to communicate your method of thinking and your tasks that need to be accomplished, um, so that people know how to react to your workflow. Because if you're dependable, people learn how to react to your workflow. So it's not just how efficient you can be, but it's how efficient your whole team can be. It really is uh, kind of one of the cornerstones of what it takes to be successful. And in that, you are building your relationship capital with others. Creativity. Engage in activities outside of your usual routine, like hobbies, travel to spark fresh ideas. Honestly, I have some of my best ideas whenever I go on a walk. There's a golf course down the street. Go on a walk around the golf course and have a podcast on. It allows me to zone out from my current thoughts, take a step back, and then I can start applying ideas to in a creative fashion to innovate and to optimize. So sometimes you just have to do something else because it allows your mind to flow freely. Practice brainstorming techniques like mind mapping, free write. Yeah, that's all good. Um, Essentially, you want to piggyback the idea of creativity, adaptability, and critical thinking all on top of each other, because those are the skills that allow you to innovate and create a lasting impact and legacy. That's all I have for you today. I really enjoyed this video. I thought this was a great pictograph of what are the core skills it takes to be a successful person and to create a lasting legacy, one that you can uh, really leave a lasting impact in whatever industry that you're pursuing. I hope you guys appreciated today's video. As you can see, I'm a physician. I'm an internal medicine pediatric hospitalist, and I'm learning different business attributes, skill sets, those of entrepreneurs, those of business administrators, uh, in a way that I just want to learn this material, because if I learn this material, I can start applying it to my professional work life. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. This is Michael with Aimed Intentions. Please like and subscribe. Let me know what other videos you want to see, and I'll talk to you next time. Take care. Bye.